Hey guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here. Welcome to another episode of WWE Aftershock. And I got Paige from behind the camera.
This is my house.
Yep, Paige is still there. And we're going to try to hurry up because Raw is going to start soon, lots of things. And now we're going to review WWE Battleground. And I'm wearing this shirt to represent Ryback that missed it. We'll get to that a little bit later. So first let's start off with the pre-show. Yeah, we got the pre-show, the kickoff show, whatever they called it. Once again, we got Wade Barrett versus R-Truth. We've seen that so many times before. I think even did a pre-show about that sometime before too. Big deal is that Wade Barrett is of course the king of the ring, and R-Truth is not walking around calling himself King What's Up. Yes, with a crappy like Burger King type crown, a weird like a stupid towel she wears that actually says King What's Up on the back written and just markers and whatever, and a toilet plunger as a scepter. And yeah, they fought it out. It was pretty good, but what's his name? Bad News Barrett actually won, which is kind of cool because even though he's a bad guy and he's douchey, all he's been doing lately is either losing or being made a fool out of. So it's about time that, I mean, he's got to win once in a while. He is still Mr. King of the Ring, so, you know. So anyways, now for the actual pay-per-view Battleground. The first match was Randy Orton versus Sheamus. They've been kind of in each other's spaces for a while there. And yeah, it was a pretty good fight. They both gave it all they could. They both really fought it out. It was a pretty tough, intense battle. And in the end, Randy Orton would win with the RKO out of nowhere. Honestly, there's not too many things that stand out. It's just, you know, the usual things. When it gets real heated near the end, it's pretty cool seeing, you know, Randy Orton dodging the bro kick or Sheamus avoiding the RKO and stuff like that, you know. But in the end, Randy Orton would be the one to win this. And of course, since Sheamus is Mr. Money in the Bank, it's pretty cool to, you know, show off that he beat Mr. Money in the Bank. Then the next one we have here is the Primetime Players, which are Darren Young and Titus O'Neil against the New Day to, again, you know, like a...
They sucked.
Yes.
New. They sucked.
Yes. Although this time, though, some people were actually saying New Day rocks. And there was a tag team match. And yeah, fighting out again. This time it was Coffee and Big E. They were both fighting it out. And, you know, it was a pretty intense match. Again, not really too much stood out. Just, you know, good skills, good, you know, playing, fighting and stuff. Always very painful to see Big E do a big body splash. Imagine all that weight just falling on you.
Flop.
Yeah, I know. That's like, wow.
Here, let me throw the fridge at you and see how it feels.
Yeah, basically it would be like someone throwing the fridge at you and everything. But at the end, despite everything, the Primetime Players did win and they did keep their tag team titles.
Yay.
And, yeah, one thing is that Titus O'Neil really is the powerhouse. They were really working hard on Darren Young whenever he was in the ring. But whenever Titus got back in the ring, he basically cleaned house with the guys. That's why even Paige was saying, okay, he tagged Titus in, stay out there, don't tag the other guy back in, you know, but...
Yeah, it's not like against him, it's just he just pretty much got his butt handed to him, and he just needs that break. I think he just needed a little break instead of just like a 5-second break and that's it.
Yeah, but either way, the Primetime Players won. They're still tag team champs, and they're still worth millions of dollars. I was
about to say, they took my damn line.
Okay, so now we have another big one. We have Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. It's been building up for a while. If you guys remember in the Money in the Bank, there was a time that Roman Reigns was on the top of the ladder. He could have won it for all we know, but then the lights went out. Bray Wyatt tripped the ladder, knocked him down, and that cost him the thing. But then, like, all these weeks, they've been all doing these creepy things. They put a Father's Day commercial with
literally just so Bray Wyatt can just use it to his advantage.
And be all creepy.
Literally, it was just Roman Reigns and his daughter, and like,
singing "I'm a Little Teapot."
Yeah. Well, that's not the point, but I'm just saying, like, it was just super random, and that's the only person that was, like, involved
in the Father's Day commercial. And then later on, Bray Wyatt, like, makes fun of that same commercial and sings the little teapot, but all slow and creepy. And along the weeks, every time a fight, when Reigns was in, Bray Wyatt would appear and do creepy things with pictures of Roman Reigns and his daughter, like, I guess implying that his daughter could be in danger. But the real big one I got was that there was this one video where, like, it's a camera angle, you know how it is. Like, right now I'm talking to Paige, you don't actually see Paige on camera, and Bray Wyatt was acting, Bray Wyatt was acting like if he was having a little tea party with his daughter. So Roman Reigns, of course, dashed to the back and everything to get him and everything. But then when the camera pans out, he was just talking alone. But still, Roman Reigns ran to the backstage like crazy, looking for Bray Wyatt. Where the hell is he? And when he finally hears like the singing, he goes into the room, and it's just a recording. Bray Wyatt wasn't actually there, but the wall has all this creepy, like stalkery photos of Roman Reigns all over the place and everything. It says like big red words, anyone but you, anyone but you. So you know all that stuff. So it finally built to a head. You finally got the match, and yeah, it was a pretty decent match, pretty interesting. Because I honestly don't remember really seeing Roman Reigns fight against Bray Wyatt all that much. So yeah, it's a good fight. They did their things here and there. But the big thing was near the end, of course, when Roman Reigns looked like he was ready to take down Bray Wyatt from the outside of the ring. This mysterious hooded guy comes in and attacks Roman Reigns, and of course Bray Wyatt just Sister Abigail takes advantage, he wins, and then we find out that this hooded guy was Luke Harper. So now Luke Harper officially is back with Bray Wyatt and everything. So I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know if this is going to resolve anything or not, or what's Roman Reigns going to do now. I mean, he's pretty much still good friends with Dean Ambrose. Maybe they'll team up or something. I don't know what happens now, but that is the thing. The thing is that Bray Wyatt still won thanks to Luke Harper's interference. And now we have a more awesome Divas match. I guess they finally listened to the complaints, because basically it's always Paige against the Bellas non-stop, and she'll always lose. So Stephanie came out one time and brought out the new NXT people. We got Charlotte, which is of course Ric Flair's daughter, and we got this redhead girl with goggles named Becky Lynn. Yeah, steampunk goggles. And
I like her. At first I thought she was kind of weird, but I kind of like her style.
Yeah. And she's teamed up with Paige now. And then Naomi and Tamina came out complaining and stuff. So now we got Sasha Banks, which is dangerous because Sasha Banks is the current NXT female champion.
And like I'm still surprised how Naomi blames Paige for everything or whatever. She's like, I have something against you, Nikki, and I have something against you, Paige. It's your fault.
Yeah.
She won fair and square, but you screw her over.
Yeah.
Naomi screwed Paige over.
Yes, and Alicia Fox was now with the Team Bella. So basically, now we have this triple threat match. It was one character, one girl from each team. In this case, it was Charlotte from the Paige team, and which kind of sucked though, because Becky Lynn was there too, and we didn't really get to see her fight because she was just there to support in this case. We got Brie Bella from the Bella team, Team Bella, we're gonna call them, and apparently Naomi's team is called BAD, Team BAD, which stands for Beautiful and Dominating or something like, or Beautiful and Dangerous, I don't know. So they got Sasha Banks from their side. So yeah, it's a pretty good fight. We have to see new skills, because for us that, you know, I don't watch NXT. I know Chuck's always, you should watch NXT, man, but I just don't have the time. But yeah, we have to see new moves from the way Sasha fights, the way Charlotte fights. They all fight it out. I did have to say that to her credit, Brie Bella really did pull out all the stops though. She really did fight pretty good in this match, and it was a decent match. It was probably like about 20 minutes or more, which is a lot more than we've been seeing recently. And people have been telling me that NXT, sometimes the women's matches are the main event for the show. So that's a lot more respect they're getting there. And I do have to say one thing. I do like the part where both Sasha and Charlotte were injured on their knees, you know, kind of, you know, dizzy or whatever. And Brie started doing the Daniel Bryan thing where she runs up, kicks one guy in the face, kicks the other girl in the face, runs and kicks, and everyone's like saying, yes! Yes! Every time she does a kick. And it's just kind of funny seeing that, because it's very rare. I know that Brie Bella is married with Daniel Bryan, just like how Nikki's married with John Cena. But
and married to Roman Reigns.
Yes, but you stop. But you rarely
hey, you said yeah.
Ever,
I am married.
Okay, stop. Yeah. And I'm married with Paige. And you're rarely ever...
I thought you were married to AJ.
Well, okay. But anyways... I know they're married in real life, but you don't really see that reference in the actual show too much. I think you're supposed to, like, I guess, pretend they're not or whatever. But so it is kind of cool seeing Brie Bella doing one of the Daniel Bryan moves. But in the end, Charlotte did win.
Yes.
So in the end, Charlotte did win. I think it was against Sasha Banks that she took down. Yes, because they kicked Brie Bella out. She was kind of out the rest of the fight, and she actually won with the figure 8, which is this very cool handstand version of Ric Flair's classic figure 4 leg lock. So that's called like the figure 8 leg lock. That's pretty awesome. And they won. And like I said, the only bad thing is that I wish that we could see Becky Lynn, because I like the little steampunk goggles there. I want to see how she fights, but I guess that's for some other time. we'll see for some other time. And next fight we have is John Cena versus Kevin Owens, but this time it is for the championship title on the line. They've been saying that, of course, Rizal Owens lost the title against Finn Balor in the Beast from the East, the Japanese battle there. So now he wants an actual title. And yeah, there's actually been some good fights in Raw where we get to see both Rusev and Cesaro try to fight against Cena, but Owens gets in their face, reminding them that he wants to be the one. So yeah, it's a pretty good fight. I mean, not much I can say. It's been done before a couple of times. You see how strong they both are. We get to see, again, Owens making fun of Cena by trying to attack him with his own AA, trying to knock him out with his own crossface tap out move and everything, and you know, just all this stuff. But and you know, more the pop-up power bomb against Cena, all that stuff. But the real thing that really did surprise me though is that Cena did manage to get Owens in the crossface thing, and Owens actually tapped out, and that really surprised me. I mean, almost everyone was expecting at this point for Owens to win. So for him to actually just tap out, I mean, he didn't even try to get to the ropes, or he just tapped out. So I was surprised. I was surprised they actually lost that way. And Cena, of course, still wins. The champ is here. You know, yeah. So now for the big thing. Well, first of all, before we got to that, I'll tell you what's going on. The reason I'm wearing this shirt also because it's a cool new shirt I got recently, but also because Ryback was not in this match. He was supposed to have a fatal three-way match for the title against Big Show and, stupidly, The Miz. Basically because The Miz had a fight against against Ryback, and the Big Show interrupted with the whole, like, oh, you're the big man, but I'm the Big Show thing. So Miz kept bitching about how he was cheated out of his match as if he could beat Ryback, right? So every match Ryback's been in, he's been interrupting or interfering or whatever, and this was supposed to be the big match, but the real world struck, and Ryback had a staph infection on one of his legs, so he has to recover now, so he couldn't do the match, and the match was cancelled. And I think this did affect the pay-per-view. It did end a little early. I'll get back to that in a bit. And so the Miz came out just to bitch and complain. Oh, I think he's just scared. Big Show comes in dressed in regular clothes, socks him out, leaves. That's it. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled program. So now we got the main event. We got Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. Take a shot. And yeah.
Shout out.
Lesnar came back recently, and over the couple of weeks, it made obvious that he took out J&J Security. He destroyed this fancy car, and everything, just bashed it to bits and everything. And the controversial, he injured Kane's leg. And yes, in the episode of Raw, the most recent episode of Raw, Kane was on the floor, his foot was on the steps. So Lesnar grabbed another steel step thing and slammed it on his foot or whatever. And the thing is, despite the fact that the steps either hit his foot for real or just, you know how it is, barely missed it or whatever, Kane acted like his knee was busted. He's all like, grabbing his leg, his knee, you know, making a big deal out of it. The announcer's like, oh my God, did you see what he did? Look how he injured Kane's leg and all that. And it was just so incredibly fake. And to top it off, they showed it again twice. So that you couldn't tell that thing super obviously hit his foot, if that. You know, they just show it twice. And even in slow-mo the second time. That was just stupid. And I mean, honestly, Kane should have just went along with his foot got hit, because that's more believable. It's his foot. Oh my God, his foot. But no, he faked it, and the announcers, and to make it even worse, in the pay-per-view now, you know how they always show the whatever, they showed it from the other side of the angle to make it even more obvious that the steps either, again, hit his foot or just missed his foot. So it wasn't obvious enough before. They did another angle. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, the bottom line of that is that this shows that this time Rollins was on his own. No one to help, no one to cheat, no whatever. And yeah, so the fight started, and to be fair, to his respect, Rollins was playing it smart at first. He was very careful. He was trying to dodge him. He was grabbing the rope so that whenever Lesnar would grab him,
I was sleeping through this.
Yes, but he was grabbing on the rope, so whenever Lesnar would grab him for a suplex, he couldn't do it because he was still grabbing on the ropes. He would escape whenever he could. He would take advantage to kick and stomp on his knees, his legs, to weaken to weaken Lesnar because, well, you know, he doesn't really have the most muscular legs ever. So that was like his weak spot. But the bad thing is that no matter what you do, you still go to Suplex City. So Brock Lesnar still grabbed Rollins, and yeah, Suplex City, bitch. It was about 15, I counted at least 15 suplexes on Rollins, and at least one of the F5s. And just when Rollins was on the floor and able to do anything, all of a sudden, it goes black, and you hear the Undertaker bong sound. And I was like,
you scared me away.
Yeah, because I was like, was that the Undertaker? It can't be. And then, like, yes, lights go back on. Undertaker out of nowhere.
What?
Yes, Undertaker just out of nowhere. And the weird thing is that Rollins and the referee.
Yourself at that moment.
Oh, stop. Referee and Rollins both vanished into a puff of smoke. I don't know what happened there. But anyways, Undertaker's back. Looking serious, looking all whatever, you know. And, what's his name? Lesnar tries to grab him, and, you know, Undertaker grabs him with his infamous choke slam and slams his ass down. And then Lesnar tries to get back up. He tries to do the suplex thing, but Undertaker still wiggles himself out of it and grabs him for the infamous tombstone pile driver. And, of course, the crowd goes wild. Undertaker's about to leave. He's like, nah, you know what, I'll do it one more time. Grabs another tombstone pile driver, and yes, Paige is leaving because Monday Night Raw's about to stop. I'm gonna wrap this up. And yeah,
bye, sucker.
Undertaker wins. You can hear an infamous theme. He walks off looking badass. He times his fist in the air to go with lightning and everything, and it's just super epic and all that. But the question still remains: what happened to Rollins? And especially the referee. Now Rollins, I can buy him running off like a little bitch, but the referee should have still been there. It's just so weird, and it just ended so abruptly. The thing ended an actual 60 minutes early. It was still like 11:40 something, and we're like, what? I mean, it was just so weird. It just ended, and it ended so abruptly. It's like Undertaker was there, he left, he kind of looked to the camera, whatever, he left, and you already see like the Battleground logo in the corner. That means it show's basically over, and it just ended. And it's just so weird. It's just so abrupt and completely out of nowhere, and it's like, I don't know, it's the most random thing. And there was no clear finish. There was not even, like, the bell didn't even go off to disqualify or say that, you know, due to disqualifications, Rollins still won. Nothing. It just ended so abruptly. No mention of anything. It was like the most awesome thing ever, but also the most random thing ever, too. Now, of course, for Undertaker, it does kind of make sense. I mean, he did break the streak, and of course, they always remind us amongst Brock Lesnar's feats that he broke the streak, so it does make sense for Undertaker to come back and get some payback, but it was just so random. It's just completely random and out of nowhere. So, I mean, I could really go on and on. It was like the most random thing. People are either excited Undertaker came back or disappointed that he just came. It was just an abrupt ending. The jokes about where's Rollins, what the fuck, what happened to him. Yes, I'm on my way.
You're wrong. It's 13, not 15.
Okay, so it's 13 minutes early. So, 13 suplexes. Okay, so 13 suplexes for Suplex City. But that's the thing, though. So overall, interesting pay-per-view. I could really just go on and on and on about The Undertaker. It was just so... But I gotta say, though, he looked awesome and powerful. This is probably the strongest we've seen him in a while. You know, I can't wait to see what else he's gonna do, but we gotta see. But anyway, pay-per-view, I gotta say, it was interesting. It was interesting. The best matches ever, I gotta say, was the Divas match. That was probably the highlight. That was probably the best match ever, was the Divas match. And the final match, just because it was so much fun seeing Lesnar just give Rollins what he deserves. 13 suplexes, and then The Undertaker comes out of nowhere. I mean, it's always good to see The Undertaker again. So those are basically the two best matches, honestly. The other matches were kind of... I mean, nothing really all that spectacular happened between Sheamus and Orton. Nothing too much between, you know, Rollins and Bray Wyatt, except for this sudden thing at the end. And Cena, whatever. I was just surprised that Cena won. I was just surprised that Owens actually tapped out so easily like that. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this episode of WWE Battleground. Pretty interesting thing. What do you guys think? Did you like the ending or not? Was it abrupt or whatever? Leave your comments below. And I gotta go because Monday Night Raw, and I hear The Undertaker, so I'm out of here. See you later, guys.